Hey everyone, welcome back to Practice English Anytime. I'm Maya.
And I'm Alex. Today we have a very charming and very American topic.
That's right. Today we are going to learn English at a yard sale.
Yes, a yard sale is a very common American tradition where people sell their unwanted belongings right in their own front yard.
And it's a wonderful opportunity to practice casual conversation, negotiation, and some very specific vocabulary.
We will follow Maya and me as we browse through someone's yard sale, ask questions, and try to negotiate a few good deals.
We will also stop from time to time to explain important vocabulary.
So don't worry if you are a beginner. We always speak slowly and clearly.
Just relax and enjoy the story.
But before we start, we have a small question for you.
Listen carefully and try to find the answer.
Here is today's question.
At a yard sale, when you offer a lower price than what's written on the tag, hoping the seller will accept, what is this action called?
The answer is in the story. If you find it, please write it in the comments below.
Writing your answer in English is great practice, so please try.
All right. Are you ready?
Let's begin the story.
Alex, look. There's a yard sale just down the street. Should we check it out?
Yard sale, an event where people sell their used belongings, usually set up in their own front yard.
Yes. A yard sale is a very common weekend event in America where families sell items they no longer want right outside their house.
I see a big handmade sign that says, Yard sale, Saturday only, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Handmade, made by hand, rather than printed or manufactured?
Yes, handmade means created by a person using their own hands rather than a machine. Yard sale signs are almost always handmade, often with simple markers on cardboard.
Let's walk over. I can already see tables set up in the front yard, covered with items.
Set up, arranged, and prepared for a specific purpose?
Yes, to set up means to arrange or organize something, ready for use. Setting up tables means preparing them, so items can be displayed for customers.
Good morning. Feel free to look around. Everything's for sale.
Feel free. You're welcome to do something without needing permission.
Yes, feel free is a very warm, welcoming phrase, meaning you don't need to ask before doing something, like browsing through items freely.
Thank you. We're just browsing for now.
Browsing, casually looking through items without a specific plan to buy anything yet?
Yes. Browsing means looking around casually, exploring what's available, without committing to purchase anything immediately.
I can see so many different things here. Books, kitchenware, old furniture, clothes, toys.
Kitchenware, tools and equipment used for cooking and preparing food.
Yes. Kitchenware includes items like pots, pans, plates, and utensils. Very common items to find at a yard sale.
Let's stop here for a moment.
Great start! Let's look at some important words we just heard.
First word, yard sale. An event where people sell used belongings from their own front yard.
Second word, handmade, made by hand, rather than printed or manufactured.
Third word, set up. Arranged and prepared for a specific purpose.
Fourth word, feel free. Welcome to do something without needing permission.
Fifth word, browsing. Casually looking through items without a specific plan to buy.
Sixth word, kitchenware. Tools and equipment used for cooking and preparing food.
6 important words. Now let's go back to the story. Let's look at some specific items.
Oh, look at this old lamp. It's really unique.
Unique, one of a kind, unlike anything else.
Yes, unique means special and distinctive, not commonly found. A unique lamp has a design you don't often see.
Excuse me, how much is this lamp?
That one is $15. It's in great condition, barely used.
In great condition, well preserved, without significant damage, still functioning well?
Yes, condition refers to the physical state of an item. In great condition means it's still in very good shape, despite being used.
Barely used, used very little. Almost like new?
Yes, barely means hardly or almost not at all. Barely used means the item has seen very little wear, close to brand new.
That's a good price. Now, what about these books over here?
Most of the books are $1 each, or 5 for $4.
5 for $4. A bundle discount, where buying multiple items costs less per item?
Yes, this is a very common yard sale pricing strategy, encouraging customers to buy more by offering a slightly lower total price for bulk items.
And what's this box over here? Full of miscellaneous items?
Miscellaneous, a mixed collection of various unrelated items?
Yes. Miscellaneous describes a group of different things that don't fit into one specific category. A mix of random, unrelated items.
Oh, that boy's $1 for anything inside. Just take whatever you want.
Whatever you want, you can freely choose with no restrictions.
Yes. Whatever you want means you have complete freedom to select anything without limitations.
Let's look through it. Oh, there's a nice picture frame in here.
Picture frame, a border used to display and protect a photograph or artwork?
Yes. A picture frame surrounds a photo or piece of art, both protecting it and making it look presentable when displayed.
Let's pause here for a moment.
So many great yard sale words. Let's review.
First, unique, one of a kind, unlike anything else.
Second, in great condition, well preserved, without significant damage.
Third, barely used, used very little, almost like new.
Fourth, bundle discount, a lower total price for buying multiple items together.
Fifth, miscellaneous, a mixed collection of various unrelated items.
Sixth, picture frame, a border used to display and protect a photograph or artwork.
6 great words. Now let's go back to the story. Time to negotiate.
Now, I want to ask about this wooden chair. It's really lovely.
That chair is $25. It's solid oak, very sturdy.
Solid oak, made entirely from oak wood. A strong and durable type of tree?
Yes. Solid oak means the item is made completely from oak, a hardwood known for its strength. Sturdy means strong and stable, unlikely to break easily.
It's beautiful, but is there any room for negotiation on the price?
Room for negotiation. The possibility of adjusting the price through discussion?
Yes. Room for negotiation means there's flexibility in the price, and the seller might be willing to lower it if you politely ask.
I could probably do $20 if you're paying cash.
I could probably do a casual way of agreeing to a price while sounding flexible and reasonable.
Yes, I could probably do is a very natural, informal phrase sellers use during negotiation, indicating they're willing to accept a specific offer.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Now, let's practice making an offer ourselves. This lamp was $15. What could we say to negotiate?
We could say, would you take $10 for it?
Would you take a polite way of proposing a lower price than the one listed?
Yes. Would you take is a very common, respectful way of making an offer during a negotiation without seeming rude or demanding.
Let's try it. Excuse me, would you take $10 for the lamp?
How about 12? It's a really nice piece.
How about proposing an alternative number as a middle ground counteroffer?
Yes. How about is used when someone suggests a different figure, usually somewhere between the original price and your offer, as a compromise.
$12 sounds fair. We'll take it.
Sounds fair. Seems reasonable and acceptable to both sides?
Yes. Sounds fair means the price or deal seems reasonable, treating both the buyer and seller equally.
Great. That's very common at yard sales. A little friendly back and forth before agreeing on a final price.
Back and forth, an exchange of offers and counter offers between two people.
Yes, back and forth describes a conversational exchange, moving between two people, like offers going back and forth during negotiation.
Let's stop here for a moment.
More useful negotiation vocabulary. Let's review.
First, solid oak, made entirely from oak wood, strong and durable.
Second, room for negotiation, the possibility of adjusting the price through discussion.
Third, I could probably do a casual, flexible way of agreeing to a price.
Fourth, would you take? A polite way of proposing a lower price.
Fifth, how about proposing an alternative number as a compromise.
Sixth, sounds fair. Seems reasonable and acceptable to both sides.
Seventh, back and forth, an exchange of offers and counter-offers.
7 more words. Now let's go back to the story and finish shopping.
I think we found some wonderful things today. The lamp, the wooden chair, and a few books.
That's quite a haul for one morning.
A haul? A collection of items you've successfully gathered or purchased?
Yes, a haul is an informal, fun word for everything you've bought during a single shopping trip.
Excuse me, do you accept cards or only cash?
Just cash today. Sorry about that. Most yard sales are cash only.
Cash only? Payment can only be made using physical money, not cards?
Yes, cash only means no card payments are accepted. It's very typical at yard sales, since sellers don't usually have card machines.
No problem. I have cash. Here you go. $52 total.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Here's your change.
Thank you. We really appreciate finding such great items.
Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about the phrase we saw on the sign. Everything must go.
Everything must go. A common expression meaning the seller wants to sell absolutely all remaining items, often at reduced prices.
Yes, everything must go signals urgency, often used towards the end of a sale, encouraging buyers to grab final deals before the items are given away or discarded.
That makes sense. It's a great time to negotiate since the seller really wants to clear everything out.
Clear everything out. Completely empty a space by removing or selling all remaining items?
Yes. To clear out means to remove everything from a space, often to declutter or start fresh, which is exactly why people hold yard sales in the first place.
It really is a wonderful tradition. One person's unwanted items become another person's treasure.
One person's treasure. An item considered valuable or exciting by someone even if it was unwanted by another?
Yes, this is part of a well-known saying. One person's trash is another person's treasure, meaning something unwanted to one person can be exactly what someone else was searching for.
That's such a lovely thought. Thank you so much for everything today.
You're very welcome. Come back anytime. Have a great day.
And that's the end of today's yard sale story.
What a charming morning. We browsed through a variety of items, negotiated some great deals, and learned about this wonderful American tradition.
And we picked up so much practical, everyday English vocabulary along the way.
Let's do a final review of 10 key words and phrases from today.
First, yard sale, an event where people sell used belongings from their front yard.
Second, browsing, casually looking through items without a specific plan to buy.
Third, in great condition, well preserved without significant damage.
Fourth, miscellaneous, a mixed collection of various unrelated items.
Fifth, room for negotiation, The possibility of adjusting the price through discussion.
6th, would you take? A polite way of proposing a lower price.
7th, sounds fair, seems reasonable and acceptable to both sides.
8th, cash only. Payment can only be made using physical money.
9th, everything must go. An expression meaning the seller wants to sell absolutely everything.
10th, one person's trash is another person's treasure. A saying meaning something unwanted can be valuable to someone else.
10 key phrases. Practice them, and next time you visit a yard sale, garage sale, or flea market anywhere in the world, you will feel completely confident negotiating and finding hidden treasures.
Whether you're in America or anywhere that has similar second-hand markets, this vocabulary will serve you very well.
Now, one last time, today's question.
At a yard sale, when you offer a lower price than what's written on the tag, hoping the seller will accept, what is this action called?
Did you find the answer in the story? Write it in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
We upload new videos every week with slow, clear English for beginners.
Thank you so much for watching Practice English Anytime.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and never be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are how we learn.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.